Today, I'm going to be talking about some cryptocurrencies that are relatively low risk, which could easily promulgate huge returns despite their low risk elements. If you want to become a millionaire in crypto, but you don't want to take the risky option, you don't want to take the risky road, and you want more of a safer, slow and steady wins the race type of style, this is what this list of cryptos will allow for. So stay tuned, subscribe, leave a like, and we'll get straight into it. So we are somewhat restricted on time. I don't want to make this a 40-minute video, so I'm going to go through these quite rapid fire. That means that you guys need to go and do your own research because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm merely just stating my opinions and why I like these projects and how much X I believe they could do. So straight on into the first one, we have QNT Quant. Now, looking at Quant, anywhere around the $100 mark for me is an absolute bargain. Interoperability is going to be a huge narrative of this bull run because of the fact that we're going to have all these different layer one blockchains that need to be able to integrate with each other. And Quant are essentially doing that. Quant also has huge links to institutions, huge links towards banks such as the Bank of England, and many other great partnerships. So for me, Quant is a no-brainer. Very good tokenomics as well, guys. Very, very scarce. If you look at the tokenomics, you've got basically less tokens that Bitcoin has, and there's more in circulation than Bitcoin. So you've got a really, really high circulating supply percentage, and you've got a very scarce amount of tokens, which just looks good on the eye when you see a project at $100, $200, $1,000. So very good tokenomics, very good project. And actually, Quant has never really had a major bull run. Okay, the last time Quant hit its all-time highs was in September 2021. If you look at Quant back in November 2021, it wasn't really doing too much, right? However, during the bear market, Quant was one of the best gainers. It had huge gains. If people were picking it up from like $50, they had huge gains all the way up to 200. So they got a 4x in the bear market. Quant is one of the best performing projects of the bear market, held up one of the best. And for me, I see it as an easy 10x to $1,000, maybe even a 20x to $2,000. So if you're looking to become a millionaire with these projects, I would say on average, we're looking at like a 15 to 20x. So let's say this portfolio does around a 20x overall. You would want to be investing about $50,000 into these projects. Now, I know that sounds crazy for a lot of people, but $50,000, become a millionaire, you know, it's still a small amount of money to a large amount of money. Now, let's say this portfolio or these projects did a little bit better than what we anticipated and they went and did a 30x. Then you would need to invest around $33,000. So you're going to want to be investing quite a lot of money in order to become a millionaire with these projects because, like I said, they are lower risk projects. Therefore, they're not going to be ones that are going to dump loads or go to zero. They're quite reputable projects with very good partnerships. So moving on quickly to the next project, which could make you a millionaire in crypto relatively safely. Now, don't get me wrong. Nothing is safe in crypto. We're dealing with digital assets here. This is very risky. However, out of the bunch of unsafe projects, these rank amongst the safest, yet also allowing for you to make maybe 10, 20, 30 X's, unlike what Bitcoin or Ethereum will do. So the next one that I'm going to be talking about is Hedera HBAR. This one is a very solid project. Again, very strong links to companies, particularly in Web 2. Out of all the projects I've seen in crypto, two of the projects with the very best partnerships in the whole of crypto are in this list. So HBAR is one of them, by the way, and the other one I'll be talking to you guys a little bit later. But just take a look at some of those partnerships. You've got Boeing, you've got Dell, you've got Google, you've got IBM, loads and loads of partnerships all getting involved with HBAR. And apparently a lot of them own HBAR tokens. So whether or not that's the best thing for decentralization, I don't know. But in terms of obviously bringing in the capital, bringing in the money, that's certainly going to be a thing when it comes to HBAR. Now, HBAR is a very good project, but if you want to be a little bit riskier, and this is an Easter egg kind of project, you can go for Source. Source Swap is actually the DEX for HBAR. And I think whatever HBAR does, let's say HBAR does a 20x, Source Swap will probably do 3 to 5x whatever HBAR does. So if HBAR does a 20x, the DEX for HBAR could end up doing a 100x on your money. So that's a bit of a degen pick for anyone who's watching and don't like high caps. So for me, HBAR is a solid project. If you look at the all-time high, it's down a lot since then. I think we're going to maybe do double that. So maybe HBAR goes to like $1 this cycle. That would be a nice 20x on your money. Can't be complaining, guys. That's how I see it. 20 to 25x in the bag. Not complaining at all. On to the next project, we have Gala. Now, Gala is like a gaming hub for Web3. Very solid project, probably the strongest gaming project out there because of the fact that they've really diversified into the different sectors within gaming. They're not relying on one game. They're not relying on one specific narrative in gaming, such as maybe gambling or shooters. They've got all different types of games, which really adds to that diversification aspect and increases the scope of audience that Gala can then target. So very good project. Play to earn. This is going to be big this cycle. It was big last cycle, and I don't believe last cycle was its best rally. I think it was very short. It was very quick. But I think this bull run, Gala could do a lot more than what it did in the previous one. Maybe this bull run, we see Gala do double what it did last cycle, maybe even triple. So I'm looking at around $1 to $2 for Gala this cycle, which is very good gains. And if it does go to $2, just so you guys know, that would be very, very good gains. If it went to $2.60, that would be 100x on your money. So $2 wouldn't quite be 100x, but $2.60 would be 100x. So just take a look at Gala, guys. If you think gaming is going to be huge next bull run, if you think Gala is going to go back to the heights that it did last cycle, then this could be a very, very strong investment for yourself. On to the next project in this list, and that is Algorand. Algo. Very safe project for me as well. Despite it being beaten up loads by the attacks from the SEC and Gary Gensler, I think time will tell eventually. Time will give in, and they will start having a really good uptrend. So if you want to be grabbing Algorand, there's no better time to be buying it than right now. Take a look at that max chart. Take a look at how low we are in market cap compared to what we've been already. For me, it's an absolute steal. It just keeps going down. On the whole year, it's pretty much at a yearly low. And I think it will start picking up at some point. And it maybe will have a very strong parabolic rally like it did last bull run. I mean, if you look at Algorand there and you look at how much it rallied, it was really in a very short period of time. It just spiked up. No one really knew about it here. No one was really talking about it. And then all of a sudden, we got to kind of August 2021, September 2021. And that is where we saw that massive parabolic shoot up, that massive rise. Maybe we see something similar this bull run. Algorand continues to be quiet throughout this year, and then into next year, it starts to pick up a bit. And then boom, 2025, we see a major, major rally, making loads of people who are buying right now 20x's or even potentially 30x's. Who knows? Who knows how well Algorand can go? I can tell you this, its all-time high is a long way off. Now, obviously, that all-time high was at the very beginning. There was less tokens. There was the vesting, token dilution, lowered the price. So obviously, it's not correct to just assume that it's going back to this level because there is a disparity there between the price and the market cap to be aware of. But Algorand, nevertheless, is a great project to be targeting, one that I think this bull run will make huge gains, despite all of the hate, despite all of the downward pressure that the SEC has tried to do, and Gary Gensler. I think it will recover because at the end of the day, it's a solid layer one project. It's a solid blockchain, solid scalable blockchain, solid fast blockchain, environmentally friendly, all of the buzzwords that people like to use in crypto and the regulators like as well. So if there was actually a project that was ideal for the regulators, it would be Algorand. So that's why I'm so surprised to see this witch hunt against Algorand. Because when you think about these things, the SEC don't like proof of work projects. They say that they are bad for the environment. So does Joe Biden and all the others. They don't like projects that obviously emit a lot of energy, right? Algorand is very decentralized and the energy consumption is very, very low. So for me, regulatorily, Algorand's very good. It's very strong. So I don't know why there is such a witch hunt. It's proof of stake, really good for the environment, all of these things that they like to hear. So Very, very surprising to me, but I think eventually it will recover. It's just a matter of time. This is a solid blockchain. This is one of the best out there, and it's also led by a visionary in Silvio Micali. So I believe in it, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. In terms of X gains, I would be looking at around a 20 to 30x on Algorand from these current levels. Just my opinion. Into the final project, and I mentioned earlier on in the video that there was a project in this list with one of the best partnerships in crypto, and look no other than Theta Network. Theta is by far the most strong partnered crypto in the space. Theta and HBAR, without a doubt. Just take a look at the partnerships that they have on their website. It's just absolutely phenomenal. You can see just here alone some of the investors. You've got the likes of Samsung, Sony, major names just in terms of the investments. But wait until you see the actual ecosystem partners. Now, this is where we get into the ecosystem side of things. You've got the content and media partners. You've got Katy Perry. You've got NASA. You've got Samsung, Sony, Galaxy. Huge, huge players getting involved. Media and technology partners, Samsung, Sony, Google, CAA. You've got Binance partnering with them. It's just incredible to see the amount of partnerships that this project is garnering. Now, if you don't know what Theta is, it is essentially video technology infrastructure. So it's not necessarily the next YouTube, not necessarily the next Netflix, but it will allow for the next YouTube and the next Netflix to be built upon because of the extremely low fees, because of the fact that it's on the blockchain. It's very transparent, it's scalable, it's just going to be running all the time. There's not going to be any problems. So it very much caters towards businesses because you cut the costs. You can see here it says 50 to 70% lower costs on streaming. So if something is beneficial to businesses, if there's a clear incentive to why a business would use it, it's a no-brainer. And that is what Theta is. Now, they do have Theta TV as well, which is pretty big, but that isn't what I see the main thing with Theta being. I don't see them necessarily being the next YouTube, but I see them as kind of being like the Amazon Web Services of YouTube, of Netflix, of Twitch, all of those other things that people watch nowadays. So absolute no-brainer. Again, great project. If you take a look at the chart, you will be able to see this is down a lot from its all-time highs. Now, it had its all-time highs in April. This can be a little cause for concern sometimes because you do like to see an all-time high in November because that is when Bitcoin highs. Sometimes if it didn't do very well in November, that's an indication that maybe the project isn't as big as what it once was. But I do think Theta will recover. They're doing a lot of innovation. They're bringing out a lot of new things. I think they were doing something with AI. Let me know in the comment section down below. But they're having a lot of innovation. And I see Theta being quite a visionary project in the crypto space in terms of video streaming, in terms of media, in terms of Web3. So Theta, for me, very strong project. I see it going back to those all-time high levels of $15. In fact, I see Theta going to $20 to $30. So you could actually get a 25x on this project quite comfortably, in my view. Maybe wrong. The tokenomics are perfect. The partnerships are perfect. The adoption is there. Just wait until Web3 becomes a massive trend in crypto. Everyone's going to be rushing towards Theta, in my view. So then, guys, that wraps up today's video. Hopefully you gained some value from it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comment section which projects I missed out, because I'm sure a lot of you guys have other safe 20x's or safe 25x's. Let me know which ones you guys like. I'm very, very interested in hearing your opinions. Also, if you haven't already, check out my Patreon page. It's linked in the description. It's pinned in the comment section. People make crazy, crazy gains in this group. Usually on my channel, I discuss low cap gems. So if you're new to crypto, it is good to start off with the high caps, but it would be good to start looking at these lower caps, these altcoins, because a lot of these do have those 100x potentials, those 200x potentials that you can't get with the top 100. And there is a lot of innovation and a lot of quality projects down those ranks that people just are missing. I'm not missing them, however. My group isn't missing them. I'm dropping buy alerts. I'm dropping sell alerts. So you can see when I'm taking profits. You can see when I'm buying in quite big as well. So the link's in the description. I recommend for the new people who are on a budget, if you haven't got too much money, go for that elite tier. But if you have got a lot of money, or you are serious about making money in crypto, you want to get rich within 2 years and you want to take this really seriously, look at these two tiers, the VIP Plus tier and the VIP Boss tier. These are the two best value for money tiers because this one gives you the Telegram. This one gives you a huge network of like-minded crypto entrepreneurs like yourself. So instead of being a lone wolf in crypto, you're forging your mind with loads of other people, a much more powerful force. You put a message in this group, you ask a question, they will reply instantly. I bet. I'm telling you guys now, I'm in the group. I'm always on it. I'm always active. And so are loads of other people who are there to help you out as well. Also, you get daily webinars, so daily educational content. I can review your portfolio live on a webinar. I can give you tips. I can talk about portfolio management and loads of stuff like that. It's not financial advice, but it's just tips. If you want a one-to-one call with myself, you want to talk to me on a call, on a Zoom, on a Google Meet, whatever, we can sort that out, guys. We can go over any of your crypto needs, your portfolio management, how to take profits, how to set up exchanges, whatever it is, I can do it for you. That's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.